Are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. 8, read. Watch the screen. Pass.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Here we go. Hey, Orbit. 58 to Mike.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And that's incomplete.
Herbert's pass incomplete on the throwaway. It's 3rd down and 7 yards to go.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Look at me, zipper. 58, boys, 58, 58. Hey. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Operating from the gun. Herbert going long here for Wallace. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On the return is Cohen. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Chicago. Covered a lot of ground there, 81 yards on the punt return, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Now. Hey, exit. Check 45. Come on. Check 45.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Here comes Cohen. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Bears take over. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at their own 43. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Right there, 54, right there. 54, Mike. Watch the slant. No. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. I'm here all day.
2nd and 10. Flush to his right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
What we got? Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there with touchdown number 12 on the year, as the Bears push further out in front. The extra point up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14. Vikings, nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
The Vikings take over. Let's go, at their own 25-yard line.
Ready?
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. Throwing on 1st down. Herbert nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Junkie.
Back to throw. Herbert And the pressure gets to him again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. And he's going to go down again. Bilal Nichols make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Fielded at about the 28. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over first and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Go to Pittsburgh. Get this swarm on.
58 to Mike, 58.
Go, go. You must.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Let's go, let's go. Kick.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Back.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
50 on order. 58 to Mike. Y'all not ready.
Hey, 58 is a Mike. Go 58 to the Mike.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Kill. Let's go.
Back to throw now on second and 10. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The tackle made at his own 49.
58 to Mike.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10.
58, boy. Hurry. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. 58.
They'll look to throw. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Let's go. Come on. Go. Motion. Go.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
Watch the curl.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58.
Back to throw. And that is caught. A 14-yard touchdown as the Bears push further out in front. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0.
Vikings nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
The Vikings take over
Let's go,
first
baby.
and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
21-0 our score after 1.
Vikings nothing.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Here we go, here we go.
Off the play fake. Herbert. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Fielded at the 20. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And that will come the offense as they take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Alert 3, alert 3.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. That's Terry. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now back to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Right there. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Short. Hey. We got double up. Kill. Check 24.
They'll look to throw here. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
And 10 yards to go.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since.
We own them. Wide. Tight dog. Sponge. No. Zoom. Check 43. He's checking. Crash.
They'll set up a throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. He'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Gets this to his running back, Torrey Cohen. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Keep in mind they can still get a first down here as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Hey, watch it. He's coming.
2nd down and inches. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception as the Bears push further out in front. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert open here, Adam Thielen. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Looking to throw. Herbert, and he's got the hook up to Moore. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Herbert setting up the screen for Cook. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
To throw on 2nd down. Herbert He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Point after, up and good. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says,
pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Zip this. Pop, pop, pop. 58, boys. 58, Mike. Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come. 58's the Mike.
Second and long. He's going to fire this thing deep right side. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
He's coming, double up.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing to start the drive. Herbert, Khalil Mack has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
I'm going to run you over.
Looking to throw. Herbert under pressure again, and down he goes again. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. This will be taken in at the 1. And it'll be a terrific return here as he gets it down all the way inside the 30.
But when the highlight is shown of this play, all attention is going to be on the person running with the football. But how about the group as a whole? Setting up that big-time return, yardage that we won't even account for in the box score, may help them win the game.
They go play action here on first down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Let's go, D. Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Go. 4 down. Even. 58. Right over there.
They'll drop to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Watch the whip. Shit. Check the backer.
Hey, lock it. Let's go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert. And the pressure gets to him again. Bilal Nichols in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. This quarterback now just 7 of 16 passing thus far, but he's got a 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
2nd and 11. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away, now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here's 2nd and 8. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Cook. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6 at the Bears' 25-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Rock it. Rock it.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Check 50, check 50. Jim. Hey.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Ryan Shazier coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Back to throw here. And he's going to go down again. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it, couldn't get it. And it's 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Focus, defense, focus.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a fourth down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's Brian Anger now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on fourth down leads to 1st and 10. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And, boy, this defense, again, really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. From the gun on third down. Herbert, and he's got his target. That's more. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 31-yard line.
First down, Vikings.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Let's put that team on the bus.
2nd and 9 now. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... He's got a man, complete. And all the way to the opposite 45. A huge play there for Chicago. 47 yards. First down, a run with Cohen. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for the Bears, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sport.
S-T-R-O. Yeah. How many of y'all came to win? Oh, they asked my name, huh? You ready? S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. This shorty, she support pride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Big beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze. Freeze. Stop you in your tracks. There's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop it.